Hey everybody, this is Anne of Line and Circle, and I'm going to do a tutorial about the Kickstart. You'll need a nice sturdy pair of shoes that will protect your toes and that have a nice smooth sole like this. You'll also need a clear area in which to kickstart the hoop, plenty of space around you, no debris, and you'll need to know how to leg hoop. Yay! Okay, so the first thing we want to understand about the Kickstart is that we're starting the hoop into a horizontal rotation. So the hoop is going to have a rotation point, a contact point, just like you have around your waist when you're waist hooping, but this time it's going to be around your ankle. So first you want to decide which direction you want to try to kick the hoop in. You might want to try your first current, also known as your favorite direction, also known as your dominant direction. So we're going to start to the left because that is the most common favorite direction for most hoopers. And so the hoop is going to be rotating around my right ankle. So because the hoop is going to be rotating around my right ankle, I'm going to be kicking it with my left foot. And I actually am going to be kicking it. And because of that, I'm going to have to find a kicking point on the outside of the hoop. So I know that the inner wall of the hoop is going to be rotating around my ankle, and so I'm going to be kicking it from the outside of the hoop, and I have to find a kicking point, a second point outside the hoop that is far enough away from the rotation point to allow the hoop to come into rotation, full flight up off the floor. So I can't be kicking it too close to my other foot, but of course I can't be kicking it too far away because at a certain point I'm going to lose my connection and balance with my rotating leg, the leg that the hoop is going to be rotating around. So you're going to find this kind of sweet spot on the outer wall of the hoop. You can start kicking gently the hoop back and forth on the ground and finding those points on the outer wall of the hoop that you can really push against. So you can try this, working it towards flight, moving the hoop on the floor. So next step, we're going to kick the hoop into rotation. We're not going to try to step in or lift up the hoop yet. We're just going to try to get some rotation going. We're going to make sure that we're kicking it at a point where we have enough space between the 2 feet. So the left foot is going to be kicking straight back, and the standing foot is just going to stay put, of course. So you can practice with finding that kicking point and then just pushing straight back with the heel of the left foot, and the hoop will come into flight. And you want to try that a few times. Definitely give it a few drills. Each of these steps you want to be trying again and again by themselves before you start trying the whole technique together. So making sure your standing leg is nice and firm and solid, and just finding that place where you can kick straight back on the outer wall of the hoop and rotation will happen around the right ankle. Kick it back. Oh yeah. All right, and your next step is going to be stepping into the circle of the hoop. And again, you're just going to try this step, try working your way up to this step without trying to complete the whole thing. So working on each step individually, allowing yourself some time to work with each segment of working this technique into your body, because it's quite complicated. So, stepping in, so we're going to complete the moving and the kicking sections. And then as the hoop's rotating around, I'm just going to try to step in it. I'm just going to try to step in it at all. Okay? That's the only thing I need to do. Stepping into the hoop. So trying that for a few drills getting some rounds of that completed will let you know when and where to place your foot inside the hoop. And now we're going to put these all together into a full kickstart. We're going to get the hoop going, sliding back and forth, getting some momentum going so that we can kick the hoop back with our left foot, step in, and then use the left foot to scoop the hoop up. It might take a couple of scoops, as you see. Scoop it up and then catch it in a leg hooping rotation, which is why you have to know how to leg hoop before you kickstart. And here's a side view, the same exact series of actions, sweeping to find the kick point, then stepping in, then scooping up, scooping from ankle to knee, and you see how you just elevate the hoop with that single scoop, or it might be a double scoop. I don't know whether you're a single scoop kind of hooper or a double scoop, but you could be both, actually. And because this tutorial comes to you from Carrboro, North Carolina, the capital of hooping in both directions or currents, we're going to repeat all those steps in the opposite current. Now kicking with the right foot as the hoop rotates around the left leg, kicking, stepping, and scooping with the opposite leg. And of course you can already leg hoop in both currents, I'm sure of that. And if you haven't learned yet, I know that you're already trying. And there you have it. That was my version of the Kickstart. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.